Hello from ProSpeedflying. Today I'm making a review on the line wing from Flare. It's even not a review, but just my thoughts on this type of the wings and the activity in general. I'm testing the 9-meter size. In terms of construction, it's quite wide aspect ratio wing compared to the classical speed wings. Also, we have these rigid parts in the front part of the wing. And also we have them more like in the middle, going almost to the tail. I think it's nitinol, and it helps to keep the reflex profile, reflex shape of the wing. The most interesting part is the riser construction. We don't have any usual straps, we don't have any trimmers, we have some dynemas and pulleys. So in flight you're mostly piloting with kinda your riser system, BNC, like piloting on the bridge with a normal wing, and only at the lowest positions of your toggles you start pulling the brake lines just a little bit, and most of your piloting is going like on the bridge of the classical speed wing. What I like about these wings? First of all, it's the great aerodynamics and stability of the reflex profile. The second are the risers. I really love the risers of the line wing because you don't have there any buckles for the trimmers. The webbings of the trimmers, they can start be slippery, and they can open in flight, they can open on the launch, so no trimmers, no problems. Also, all your piloting is going only on toggles. You don't need to transit from risers to toggles, which sometimes can be dangerous. You have one tool in your hands and you use it the most efficient way. The third advantage over the classical speed wings is a really wide range of flying, of glide ratios. Hands up, hands down, and you can go proximity to quite different types of terrains, and you even don't need to turn to stay close to the ground. But you still need for sure to learn how to turn, how to predict the altitude loss to stay safe. The fourth interesting thing with the line and other parakites is that in 360s you can accumulate so much energy, and then you can convert it into really long swoops, or even like touch and go uphill barrels. The second list includes the things which I don't like about flying the line speed wings, or maybe just differences between the classical speed wings and the line, which requires a bit more practicing. Everything is subjective, depends on your habits, but these things definitely need some more attention from you. First of all, it is the launch. It is harder than with the normal speed wings. For example, to launch the 9 meters, I should be able to comfortably launch the 8-meter normal speed wing. You should have longer, bigger, smoother takeoff running part, because the inflation of the line takes longer time. Also, you need to be ready to launch using only the risers, almost no toggles. So what you have is your speed, steepness of the slope, and the good glide of the line. The second thing which I am not a big fan while flying with the line speed wings is the landing. For me it's even harder than the takeoff compared to the normal speed wings. The landings on the line 9 are probably the hardest part of the piloting of this wing. You should have the skills for around 7-8 meters classical speed wing to land this safely in different conditions. You should have a lot of space to land the line, because even going from straight flight without any 360 or whatever turns, the swoop is very long, and you need to wait when the energy will come down, and you can make the final accurate stage, the second stage of the flare, to put the wing into the pre-stall mode and start running. You should be ready that the first steps of your running will be really fast, but they are not so loaded. You're not putting all your weight on your feet because the wing supports you a lot on this speed. And when it goes into the stalling mode, it stops you from running so fast, and finally you can land. Also, you can slide the first part of your landing if your grass is nice and smooth and you have enough skills for this. The third thing which is negative about flying the line speedwings is that you need to take a bigger sizes to stay safe. And as we know, in our sport the size matters. So sometimes it can be dangerous when people will try to fly the same sizes of line wings as they used to fly normal speedwings. The fourth thing which you need to take into account is that the reactions are not so fast, the wing is not so rolly, and there is a bigger delay because of the longer lines between the input and the reaction of the wing. The last important topic is how good is the line for speed riding. Everything depends on what is speed riding for you. If it's just going mostly full speed with some turns, touching the snow, maybe scraping the snow, making some switch riding, for this wing is really good. But if we are talking about the real speed riding, when you spend most of the time skiing, when you're making very sharp turns, when you're braking a lot, when you need to stop the wing from overshooting, when you need to inflate and start with a tailwind in some catabatics, for this line is just not built for real speed riding, because it has long lines, heavy wing, slow reactions and harder inflations. And also very good glide of this wing doesn't help you to stay on the snow at all. Even during turns you gain some lift which will destabilize your skiing. In this video I also wanted to talk about what a great job Flare did with making this wing, building the community, making promotion and actually building the whole parakiting sport. While other big brands are just complaining that speed flying is not efficient market to invest, it's not big enough, let's wait till it grows probably by itself. At the same time, Flare just built the market, built the community, and now they are the leaders in this amazing discipline, the parakiting. The Lion is a great new wing for those who prefer to fly in the more open spaces, more flatter terrain or in speed soaring in strong winds. But you need to have for it good big landings and easy takeoffs because this wing requires some space. Also, don't rush when you are transiting from the classical speed wings, even the small sizes like 7-8 meters. Still you need to do a proper ground handling practicing to build the muscle memory for the parakites, which is quite weird with deep toggle inputs and all this stuff. That's all for today. Fly safe and see you next time.